Page 81, All Through the Night, is a very well-known melody done around Christmas time. It's very pretty. But as you can see, the notes are getting a little wilder, a little crazier, and more involved. What's going on here? We just go through the process. I trust the process I use to learn a piece of music to take me where I need to go. It's nice to have a plan of attack where you look at this and think, I don't know where to start. Well, just use the process. I look it over. It's about a page long. Treble bass clef, 4/4 time signature. I see a bunch of quarter notes, eighth notes, dotted half notes, whole notes. Oh, we're all here, ain't we? Half notes and dotted rhythms. All right. Right hand first. Let's see what we're doing here. We're starting with fourth finger on G. That puts us here, and that means we're in G position. And as long as I'm not moving the hand around, I don't need any other finger numbers. So it's 1 and 2 and 3. Again, the dotted rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and. You get the idea? The second line for the right hand is just like the first. And the last line for the right hand is just like the first. So for the right hand, you only have to learn 2 lines. The third line is A and a C together, and that's tied, so you can hold that down for 8 counts. Well, so much for the right hand. Let's see what the left hand's doing. Start out with fourth finger on E. That puts your hand here. So we're in a D position. Don't care what you call the position, but that's where the hand goes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Use second finger, because I don't want to use the same finger. I want to connect them. 3. So now I'm in C position. I just changed positions. That's one of the ways we crawl around a little bit, and this is one of the ways we do it. So now we're in C position. But in the next line, I'm going to do the same thing. Come back up here. 2. Now, third line, let's talk about this. We have to cross over the thumb. We haven't done that before. We have to do it a lot in piano, so good luck. Just take it slow and easy. All quarter notes here, so rhythm-wise, it shouldn't be a problem. It's here, C position. Now we got to come over here, second finger. Well, that's different. Here. Well, remember when we play piano, we want to stay relaxed. You're not getting all tense and tight. You want to stay relaxed. If you'll stay relaxed, you'll find the thumb moves quite a bit. And more with practice, it'll move quite a bit. And that's all we're doing. We're just letting the thumb relax a little bit. And we're just moving the hand over. Don't twist around and do all kinds of, do this. No. Stay relaxed. Stay about where you're at. You can reach a little bit, but not much. And let the thumb come over and just play that. Just do that. Do it in both hands. You need this thing. I'm doing that. And that's all we're doing here. In measure 11, they want the thumb on the F. So we're going to scrunch up a little bit and put the thumb on the F. We just changed hand positions again. This is another way we do it. We crawl around. 1 and 2. Okay, and so we're in here. Now, I disagree with what they're doing here. They're trying to keep you as close to a nice, neat 5-finger position as possible, and that's wonderful when you're a beginner, and you are a beginner, but you're going to start having to get out of that 5-finger position more, where you're spreading out and scrunching up and moving around. Well, there's different fingering styles, different ways of fingering things. People ask, how do I finger this? Because unless you have a teacher who teaches you how to finger a piece, you wouldn't know how to finger another piece. You need a teacher. So the idea is we need to be able to teach you how to finger music, how to figure it out, so you can do it when you don't have a teacher around. Well, there's certain principles involved in a good fingering. And as I said, there are different styles, so there's the principles for each style. But the one that I use, the one that I learned in college, the one that does me the best good, the most good, some good, I don't know, is first I want a fingering that lets me connect the notes if I can get it. And so far we're doing that. We can do that. This second line is all connected. But then when I go to the next line, they want little finger again. Well, I can't connect that. So that right there is a red flag. It's like, wait a minute, we got a problem. I don't want to use fifth finger for both notes. Well, then I'll just use fourth finger for the half note on measure 13. I'm out of position for that one note, but if I go up here, F, and then scrunch up again and use 4 again on measure 14, now I'm back in position. So I'm just out of position temporarily, but I want to connect the notes. So in measure 12, I ended with that. So in measure 13, I'm going to do a 2, 1, or 4, excuse me, 4, 1, and then a 4, 1 again. And this puts me back in position. So I'm going to do, and that's what I'm recommending you do. We're crawling back up, but we're connecting the notes, and that's what I'm after. I don't want to use the same finger. Sometimes you have to, you don't have a choice, but we don't have to here, so let's don't. So once I get the hands sort of figured out, I'll try and put them together, and I'll hesitate. That's okay. We're here. We're here. 4, okay. 1 and 2, and then here, and F sharp here. 1 and 2, and then an F and G together, and left, and then an E and G. Here. So I go through and I put the hands together, and then I'll go back over maybe a line at a time. Although the first and second lines are identical, and the third line is close except for the left hand. So not so bad there. It's the third line. Well, you're not doing much in the third line. It's mostly left hand. You're here. The left up, when I play the F in the measure 11, the right hand comes up. Make sure your right hand's where it needs to go. I will fourth finger on that C for measure 13. So I'll go through and I'll put the hands together. Then I'll go back over it maybe a line at a time and get rid of any hesitations. No hesitations allowed. Then I have the articulation, and this is very connected. You can lift up between these curved lines. They're sort of like phrases. However, again, it's a little more advanced, but I'm asking you to do this anyway because I'm a mean teacher. You're going to lift up between measure 2 and 3 in the right hand. Here, for the new phrase. But connect the left hand. So it's, I'm lifting up here, but not here. Now here I have to lift up because it's a repeated note. So lift up for the phrasing, but connect this accompaniment if you can. Now in the third line, I don't know about that. In my opinion, you could probably just connect that third line all the way across if you wanted to. They don't give any words here. If they had words in there, I could follow the words, because if you have a period or a comma or something in the words, you typically can lift up. But otherwise, you don't. So I put in the articulation, and then I add the dynamics. And again, they apply to the melody here. Moderately soft, soft, or very soft. When you get to measure 9, moderately loud, left hand. Sort of this, sort of soft. Then you get that long hairpin there in measures 11 and 12 to get back down. You're going to come back down to about a moderately soft to soft. You just gradually get softer, moderately loud, softer, softer. Each one you just gradually getting. You have to space it out, or you'll be soft by the beginning of measure 12, huh? That's too soon. So maybe every couple of notes you come down just a little bit. And then you're back here, here. And this is very soft. And finish it soft. don't need the P at the end. You're already going to be very soft. In that last measure, we want to hear that. Don't drown it out. We want to hear that note. Keep it very soft. So I'm hearing that note all the way through. Yeah. And once I have an idea of the dynamics, I add the speed serenely. Well, it's peaceful. It's a peaceful note. Whatever that is. On measure 12, they have a RIT. R-I-T, remember, retardando. Slow down a little bit. Slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in measure 13, they have an tempo. Tempo in music means speed. That's what we use it for. We don't use it for time, we use it for speed. What's the speed? Tempo means resume the speed you were going before you changed it. So we were going this speed, 1, 2, then we slowed down. Well, tempo means I'm going to go back to the speed I was going. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all it means. Just resume what you were doing before you changed. Because there's other indications for speed changes, and we don't want to confuse them. It doesn't mean go back to the speed at the beginning. That's something else. This means go back to the speed you were doing before you changed it. So go back to the same speed you were doing on measure 11. Here. That's what you want here on measure 13. 1, 2. See, they say original speed. That's dangerous. It's not necessarily the first speed. It's the speed you were doing before you changed it. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. And I'm not going to do the dynamics, just notes and rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts. I can't slow down on this. The metronome won't slow down, so we can't do any of that either. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 2, 2, 3, rest. 2. 2, 3, rest.